Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're going to college, I do know the excitement and the nervousness that comes along with it. But there is also something that a lot of people fail to acknowledge and something
A lot of people promote as well, which I'm not a fan of.
But either way, today's video is going to be all about the actual essentials you need in college, the 2025 version, except that
We are not going to be over consuming.
we are just going to be getting what we actually need. The first one I'm going to be talking about is a durable backpack. Now, this is quite literally the most important thing because you're going to be carrying this everywhere and anywhere, and I mean it. Now, here's the thing, when I joined college, I didn't make this investment because I had just got a bag in 11th standard and it was working really well, and I didn't feel the need to get another bag just because I was going to college. I mean,
If you want to, okay.
but like I didn't feel the need to because mine was working perfectly fine. If you all want to know the brand, it's the brand called Missy, and I still use it for work. Like, I'm not even kidding. If you saw my vlogs, you would notice that I still use that bag, and it's like really good. But if you are buying a new bag, what I would really suggest you is to make sure that there is a padded compartment in your bag. That is really important because you will be carrying your laptops, and at least have 2 or 3 sections in the bag. Now, here's the thing, a lot of people will tell there should be separate sections for keys and all, but not every bag is going to have it. But at least if you have like 2 3 zips, then you at least know that, oh, my card is here, oh, my key is here, oh, this is where my books are, and that kind of eases your life. And here's the thing, sure, be aesthetic, all that, but don't go for the really over aesthetic ones because they will fall apart as quickly as you buy it. The second thing I want to talk about is extension cords. This is quite literally underrated, and I don't see a lot of people speaking about it when they should. Extension cords are really important, irrespective of whether you're moving into a hostel, a PG, or an apartment with a roommate. Switches do fall short. Like, imagine you have a laptop, you have a phone, you have a camera, or maybe an iPad, tablet, something. Now imagine like the fight and the struggle that is going to happen while you're trying to charge all of this. And let's say it's going to rain and you want all your devices charged, and so does everyone else, and now it's just going to be a freaking fight, like a full-on war. And let's say you don't have a charger or something or messed up, like, this is my charger, I deserve to have it charged first. Just avoid those petty fights, get an extension cord. I was just looking it up to kind of prove my point, and I saw on Blinkit that an extension cord is available for like $2.99, and that is actually a good price. And that one had like 5 sockets, and I think that's like really more than enough. People quite literally underestimate this, but I really felt the need to include this point in the video because some days you will have some days where like nothing will have charge, like this is going to run out of charge right now, and you need an extension cord to make sure that you're kind of safe and that you're not struggling at the last minute to do your assignments, but also to look for a charging point as well. The third point is all about planners. Now, college life can get overwhelming really fast with like assignments and all these deadlines coming up, and obviously certain internships that you need to do in order to get credit. I have another video already up for that, so make sure to check it out. And then you also have you being part of associations and just so many things going on in your life. And here is where this thing becomes your best friend, it becomes your partner, and that is a planner. It quite literally gives you some breathing room by helping you write down your task, and therefore you knowing what exactly needs to be done and by what time. If you prefer writing things down, then just use a normal book. You really do not need any fancy planner, and there's also something quite satisfying about just that line that goes across once you completed a task, or just ticking things off as well. But if you're a digital person, you have various options for this as well. You have Google Calendar for free. If you're an Apple person, you have the Notes app for free. You have Notion for free. There are way too many free tools available to help you organize and sort out your life, and this is exactly what you need to be using the internet for. Personally, I like to write things in a simple notebook, and because I have a lot of notebooks from my college days and all that I never used, so I kind of like to finish it off by using it for actual purposes. I'll do my to-do list the night before or the morning itself, depending on how my day goes, and then I organize it by the priority level, and then I just complete my tasks. And quite literally saved my life during college as a triple major and helped me submit assignments and deliver my work on time. The fourth thing is about having an emergency snack stash. Okay, hear me out. This seems like something really small, but it's really important and has actually helped me throughout college countless number of times, because you quite literally can't predict how your day in college goes, and that is when this emergency snack stash comes into play, because you can't literally
Why am I saying literally so many times?
but you can't always be spending money on expensive stuff. And that is exactly where your snack stash comes in. It's kind of like an emergency kit, but instead of a fire extinguisher, you have your stash. So basically, when I had this snack stash, I like to keep a mix of things. I would kind of have like this Dark Fantasy, the chocolate biscuit. I would also have a protein bar. I would have water, obviously. That's kind of like, you should have it because you need to be hydrated. And the best thing, I would always keep a pack of like my favorite snack, like you know those nuts and all that come, like there was always a small pack with me, and I would rotate the stash every 2 weeks so that like it wouldn't get expired. But when everyone was like kind of rushing to go to the canteen or something, I didn't always need to do that because I always had the stash with me, and that's why I want to share this with you so that it helps you as well. And the bonus that comes along with this is that like you kind of become that snack friend. Now here's the thing, you don't always need to give your snacks to someone else, but it was always nice to know that like if someone was kind of like, how do I say, not feeling their best, then that I could kind of just be like, oh, I have a snack, you can, help yourself with it. The fifth one is all about a mini first aid kit. Now I know this is not an exciting thing, but trust me when I say that you will need this more than you think you do, because falling sick is not predictable. You cannot be like, oh, tomorrow I have a leave so I can fall sick. That is not how it works, and that is exactly why a mini first aid kit is really important. And I'm not talking about a freaking full as blown first aid kit, like who has the money for that? But always have some basic things like this, obviously Dolo, but don't like have it like freaking gems, but do have it for emergency cases. Have a thermometer, have the balm that in case you have migraines or anything, it helps. Have first aid, have band-aids, that because if you're someone like me, you kind of just like get hurt every single place, and that's why a band-aid is really necessary. ORS, definitely if you have dehydration or if you're constipated, that helps. An antiseptic cream, cotton pads, and for girls, menstrual products such as pads, tampons, depending on whatever you use. This might be a really small thing, but actually goes a long way in keeping you safe and protected. And if you want to know how exactly I know this, that's because I did the mistake of not having one, and trust me, after that I always had one, because it's better to have it than not have it. And a pro tip is always make sure that they are not expired and you are aware of the expiry dates if and when. The sixth point is about USB or hard drives. I don't see a lot of people talking about this, and I'm quite literally wondering why, but this is really important. As someone who had a triple degree major of English, journalism, and psychology, I had a lot of research papers, I had a lot of documents, and one thing that really saved me was Docs. Now, if you have a Gmail account, you will obviously have free access to Docs, and that kind of stores everything. But I was still paranoid, and certain important like assignments, even after I submitted it, I would back them up in my USB or my hard drive, and I only deleted all of them after like I graduated. I would like to give certain tips. One is a USB. It's very small to carry around and it's very reliable as well. Doesn't really need Wi-Fi for these kind of stuffs, and you can just make sure your assignments are in the USB. And pro tip would be to attach the USB to your key, because you never forget your key when you're leaving the house. So that way you will never be forgetting your USB either. External hard drive. Now, as all of you know, I am a content creator as well, which basically means there's a lot that goes on in my laptop. And so what I do is I kind of back my content in my hard drive. I have the 1 TB one that my dad gifted to me, that my parents gifted to me on my birthday, and I use it to this day, and it's quite literally helpful and actually saves a lot of time. And I know a lot of people who have more than 1 TB, like 5 TB and all as well. And as long as it helps you, why not make an investment in it? Because this doesn't just stop to college, it actually kind of goes further into work as well. You can always back your documents up to these drives, to these USBs. The 7th point is about having a portable phone charger, also said as a power bank. Now, here's the thing about college. Assignments don't just happen in laptops or writing, but they also happen on phones. I still remember the day we were kind of like outside class and the teacher just sent an assignment and we're like, oh crap. So the thing is, basically she was not coming for class, but in order to get our attendance we had to do this. So at that point our laptops are in our bag and you don't just want to get it out in the hallway and all of it. I mean, some of them might, I didn't. So that's when my phone comes in handy, and that's where I just open up docs and I type up my assignment and I do my work, and then I proceed to submit it to the form link that was given. So situations like these will happen. You might be in college all day and there might not be a switch available, and that's when a power bank comes in handy. Always have it full. Once you come home, always make sure to charge it, and once it's charged you will never have to worry about your phone charge being low, because you always have a backup. If you are buying a new portable charger, then I would advise you to look for one with really high capacity. That way you don't need to constantly recharge it, and especially when you're like having high assignment days where you just come home and fall asleep, and sometimes you will forget to recharge it. It's normal human behavior, so that it doesn't affect anything. The 8th point is about having good quality headphones. Now, this is really necessary irrespective of whether you're living in a PG, a hostel, or an apartment of your own. Noise cancelling headphones can be a lifesaver. These headphones will help you block out noise. Now, when you're living in a place like a PG or a hostel, there are going to be people outside constantly making noise, constantly doing their own stuff, and no one is going to stop doing things just because you want a peaceful time, because that's not how the world works. As someone who had online classes because of COVID, noise cancelling headphones are important, because then you're able to pay clearer attention to the class and answer your questions when the teacher asks, if you are not falling asleep. If you're someone who is a video editor like me or is a content creator, these noise cancelling headphones are going to be providing you with the peace that you need when you're editing your content, and that actually makes more of a difference than you think. If you are buying new headphones or on the lookout for headphones, then I would suggest you to go and actually test it and see how comfortable it is. Like for me, I had to take like a 1 hour long commute, and during these commutes I wear my headphones. So the Sony headphones that I have worked out best for me. You will have to go check out what works best for you. In my personal opinion, I will always choose a headphone like the big ones rather than the smaller ones, but everyone is entitled to their own opinions, so make the best choice you think is for you. The 9th point is about having a laundry bag / a dryer rack. When you're in college, obviously you're going to have clothes that you're wearing, and if you're in a place like Bangalore where the weather fluctuates according to its mood, then that basically means if it is summer, you will be sweating quite a lot, and you don't want to stuff everything back in the cupboard or put it in that extra chair. Rather have a laundry bag where you can just keep all your clothes in, because especially if you're in a PG or a hostel, you obviously are going to have a common washing machine, and if you have a laundry bag, then you will know exactly when to go and do your laundry. And again, it actually kind of helps you keep your place organized, because if clothes are everywhere, it's going to be like super cluttered, and that actually makes you feel even gloomier, even sadder, and just not in a good mood. I would actually suggest y'all to have like a foldable drying rack, especially because if it's just going to be like a common area, everyone is going to dry their clothes and you might not always have the space for your clothes. But this is only if you can. I do understand that, like, if you have it, some of your friends might come and be like, oh my god, can I also dry my clothes here? And then eventually you're not going to have space in your own drying rack. So this is just like an added tip, but definitely do invest in a good laundry bag because that saves space. So that's it. Your college checklist, no extra shebang, no nonsense, no over consuming, just to the point and exactly what you need. If you found this video helpful, make sure to go like, comment and subscribe and share your tips as well. And that was it for this video. I will see y'all next time. Bye bye.